welcome, Donita here. So this video is for those who are just now receiving their Seint order and getting started with Seint. So I typically use a big palette like this. You may have ordered a compact that fits 4 tins, and I'm just going to show you how to put your compact together. But your tins, you'll get these tins with your makeup in, and you just pop them right in your compact. The compacts are magnetic and they just pop right in like that. And save your tin lid, because these come in real handy when you want to change out a color. Like, you just get in the side and then just lift it. So, and I'm really bad about sticking my finger in those, and I get so mad at myself because they're so pretty when you first get them, but we all do it. So, and then in order of application is how I like to arrange my palette, and I like to keep my highlights the same. And I have my main, kind of my camo, and then my brightening shade. And then over here I have bronzer and contour. And this is a brush cleaning tile for when I use my demi. And that's what those are right there. So let me show you a basic application. And you probably got the 3D brush. I like this brush, and I also like the detail brush, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So I'm first going to put on my darkest shade if you have 3 shades. If you don't, just use your main shade. I like to put my darkest shade, which is really just my summer shade right now that I still have in my palette. And I just like to put that on where I get red. So use your darkest shade, whichever that is, on your troublesome areas. And then I go in with my main shade, and I like to do just a small thin layer. I don't put a lot on my forehead because we will be adding contour and bronzer. And so I just apply my main shade everywhere. And I try not to put much product in those high movement areas like our marionette lines. So there we go. And then if I had moistened my beauty blender, I would then go in and use it just to pick up excess. But I do have my Stands Out sponge, and this doesn't have to be moist. It's like memory foam. It just kind of molds to your face, and it works great as a beauty blender. So I just pick up any excess. Okay, and now let's do some contour. So this is where I really like this brush, but you can do contour just as easy with this brush. Let me show you how I like to do it. So I take the big fluffy end and I squeeze it just like that. And it kind of mimics this end. And then I go in, let me get my compact up here. So I hurt my wrist. So I go in my contour. So I pinch, go in my contour, and then I just put that, I want to kind of put it around near my hairline, and let's just leave that there for a minute. And then I want to do my jawline and go from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and just picture that kind of line there. And then I try not to go past the end of my eye. And then I really don't blend this in hardly at all until I go to put my bronzer and lip and cheek on. And then I go to my jaw, and I have jowls here. So I like to go in front of the jowl, but then behind, underneath my jaw for the rest. And then I stay out of this dip here, because if I contoured, I got buzz on me, if I contoured that area, it would just make it look more dipped. So in front of that jowl and then behind. So let's blend this in, and I blend up towards my hairline and then down. And if you blend too much of your contour away, which is like I just blended too much away, you just add a little bit more. There we go. And then I just kind of blend the edges of my contour here right now, because I'm going to, like I said, go in and blend the rest of it with bronzer and lip and cheek. Let's do our bronzer. And let's see, I'll go ahead and use this brush. I'm going to try to use it for everything. So the bronzer, of course, just goes where the sun would naturally hit you. We have a blush bronzer brush that is absolutely perfect. Actually, I'm just going to finish that off with that. And then we did that. And then here. This is Bella bronzer, by the way. It is so pretty. And then I like to put a little bit of bronzer kind of on the bridge of my nose and my chin. There we go. And I think I got a little too much on the bridge of my nose. Okay. And now let's do some brightening. So, yeah, we'll just use this. I really want to use this, but we'll use this, the kind of the pointier end. And I'm going into my brighter shade, which is Aura. And I first like to put it between my brow, and then down the center of my face. And then, let me show you, before I do my under eyes, I like to take my main shade and pop just a little bitty bit right in the middle of my under eye, because, and I'll just use my fingers, because I don't want my under eye too bright. As we mature, the brighter is not better. And I like to kind of pull this brightening down the sides of my nose. I feel like it helps narrow. And then we'll go back into this and we'll finish blending this in. And I like to bring it over my brow just a little, and then kind of in the inner corner, and then I just stipple under the eye. And it also helps kind of clean up my eyeshadow. Okay. There we go. And before we go any further, let's do a little bit of setting spray. I've got to blend that in on my chin. And the first thing I want to do is set my under eyes. So I take our setting spray, or any setting spray you like, and I put some in my hand, and then I take my, it's a little bit dirty right there, my stands out sponge, and with the edge here, I get that moistened with the setting spray. And then I just tap that under the eye. I don't like putting setting powder under my eye. And then I just pick up any excess that I have that I didn't already pick up. See, already I've got a real pretty three-dimensional face. Okay, and I'm going to add just a little bit more contour. Okay, and now let's go into our lip and cheek. So I'm really in love with one particular shade right now, and let me get it out. And because it's just perfect for fall, and this is sandstone, and I've ordered a new one because I'm almost out. But I'll take this brush, and you really don't need much. That may be too much. And then I'll just put that on my cheekbone. But I really love this color. It's kind of a rusty, like brick red, I would call it. Okay, and then see how that's just a nice, pretty three-dimensional cheek. And then what I like to do to clean my cheekbone up a little bit, I will take a bit of, like, let me show you how much. I go into my main shade and my brightening shade, just a little bitty bit. And then I do kind of a line, but then I do a check mark. Just kind of going around that cheekbone. And then I just soften that line. And what that does is it cleans up any of my contour or blush and bronzer that, you know, got too low. Okay, and I think that just looks really pretty. This side, I struggle with getting my contour to look right. I don't know why that is. You know, we all have one side that looks better than the other. Then I'll go in with a little bit of this sandstone on my lips. And because it's so pigmented, I'm just dabbing it on there. But I think that looks really pretty. And if you wanted to line your lips, you can take your contour and line your lips. And I also like to put my contour in my brows. I'm not going to right now. But there we go. And if you like setting powder, which I like to powder my T-zone. Just making sure that's good and blended. I like to powder my T-zone. And you can use any powder brush or powder. I like our Vanilla Dust Setting Powder because it is magnetic and it fits right into my compact. So I use this brush. This is the wash brush. And I just put that kind of in my T-zone. And then if you're a face toucher like me, I like to put it where I'm prone to touch my face. But I still have the glow, and I just love this makeup. It gives me just a pretty glow to my skin, or a sheen, and it's just really nice. So like this is my whole face. I have all my stuff, even eyeshadows. The only thing that's not here is mascara, or if you use like a brow pencil. So that is my basic 3D makeup application, and just know that I am always available for you. I will usually send you one video followed by a couple more that I think might help you. And I'm always just a text or a call or an email away. So please reach out if you need any help at all. Or if you are interested in trying Seint for the first time, just comment match below, or my link, my color match link is always in my bio. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a really good day. Bye.